Hello everybody and welcome to Great Leveler Gaming. I'm the Great Leveler and today we're back with another unboxing. Yes, you clicked on the video so you already know what's coming. It's the PlayStation VR 2. Oh yes! Now, I rewatched my unboxing of the PlayStation 5 to see where I went wrong. And I think for one, it was my old phone which didn't have the wide angle lens. So nice wide angle lens, so hopefully we're going to catch everything. I can't see what I'm recording because I'm being trying to be very professional this time around because we're a professional channel. So I'm super excited for the PlayStation VR 2. Got my knife ready to open it up, have a little look at this bad boy. Now, I wasn't originally going to get this. Initially, I was all set for buying the Oculus. My friend Steve has the Oculus. He raves about the Oculus, and I was this close to getting it. And then they increased the price by about £100. So that made me kind of like and ah. Then I finally got around to thinking, you know what, I think I will get it, especially since you don't need a laptop or a PC or a console to use it. But apparently that's only right for so many games. Certain things you do need a PC or a laptop to plug it into or stream from to run it at like an optimal level. So that was kind of like made me think, I don't know if I want to. And then this finally dropped, and all the reviews for it are really positive, really good feedback. So I thought, you know what, I'll go for it. And then I saw how much it cost. I took another pause and thought, maybe I don't want to pay that much. But you know what, as you can clearly tell, I went away from that and went for it anyway. So yay me. So here we have the PlayStation VR. Now there's a few things I want to talk about with it. But I'm going to wait till we've unboxed it before we get into all that, because you're here for the unboxing, and that's what we're going to do. If you guys have any feedback, anything you think that I could do better in the videos moving forward, let me know. But if not, then let's crack on. Let's open it up. So here we go, guys. Let's get this open. So the box is very nice, but it obviously just tells you the few basics that you need, a little bit of information on the back. But I already know what I'm expecting, so let's cut it out of here. Oh yes, and like the PlayStation 5, very nicely packaged, opens up nicely here, and then I guess the bit's going to pop out as well. It certainly looks that way, so I'm going to have to do it this way because, well, and just like with the PlayStation 5, I'm terrified I'm going to drop it, so I'll be very cautious. There we go. So it's a box within a box, and technically it also came within another box. So there's that. All right, that's that done with. Okay. Oh, bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. Oh, very nice, very nice. Now let's take this part out first. So what have we got here? We have another box I can't figure out how to open. So we got our earphones, which I'm kind of looking forward to using actually, because my earphones sometimes fit a little uncomfortably over the headset. So I'm hoping that these will be a little bit more comfortable. I don't really tend to enjoy earbuds that go straight into my ear because it's, it gets a little uncomfortable after a while, like the ones that sit on my head, like what I do with my gaming channel or even my reaction channel. These are my preferred kind of headphones for when I'm out and about, like big bulky ones. But VR can get very overwhelming after a while, so it's probably better. I probably won't get as frustrated with them because I'll not be wearing it for as long. And then I'm assuming that's the charging cable for the handsets, so I'll put that there. Okay, back in we go. Right then. So here is the proper cable. I'm going to leave that there. I want to take the handsets out first. I want to have a look at the handsets. Now, one of the things I've heard about in the reviews, I'll take both of these out. One of the things I've heard in the reviews is that because obviously Sony's a Japanese company and Japanese people can sometimes be a little bit smaller, that the handset is a little bit small in places, but not uncomfortably so. I love the design. it's actually a lot lighter than what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit of heft. Yes, see, this is such an interesting design that I was worried that this round bit was going to get in the way, but I actually really like that. I assume it's to do with the mechanism, because obviously there's no tracking balls on. If you had the PlayStation VR 1, obviously everything was relying on light sensors from the camera. We have no light sensor on this, everything's tracked, so I'm assuming that because of this shape, that's how it knows which way my hand is. But that's a really nice feel. My fingers are exactly where they need to be, and everything feels really, really nice. Now, one complaint I did hear, and I agree a little bit, is that this is quite far up here, rather than being where my wrist is up here. But at the same time, if I was to put this on now, which I shall for demonstration purposes, oh dear, don't want to break it, let's be careful. There it is. So if I was to put it on, when it drops, it's quite out of the way. But then again, I suppose if it was the bottom, it'd also be out of the way. So, not a problem really. Let's have a feel. Actually, again, professional all the way. And literally, this is the point of an unboxing. So I react at the same, you've seen everything as I react. That is not in the way at all. That's great. That feels really, really nice. And I'm really looking forward to trialing it out. But anyway, and of course, each one has its own button set up. So we've got circle and X on that one. And we've got triangle and square on that one. So you've got your relevant hands. And obviously this helps determine which way your hand is. It's guided, shaped that way for your hand as well. Again, something you don't really think of. I was expecting just them identical with just the different buttons, but it's actually designed specifically each hand. So I'm really happy. Let's put them together like that. Really happy with the controllers. Now, one thing I'm concerned about, my PlayStation 5, I got two pads. If you watch the unboxing of that, I bought two pads at the time, and I've noticed that one of them now the left stick tends to drift to the left. Apparently it's a common problem. I'm hoping we won't have a similar problem with these. If it does, I'll be very annoyed. I'm hoping whatever problem that PlayStation 5 pads have been having has since been corrected. So fingers crossed this will be okay. But that's the pads, which I love. Now, let's have a look at the piece de résistance, the actual headset. So obviously we've got the wire. As it comes, pop the box down. I like the box. The box is very nice. It's very professional. The way everything's shaped for the stuff that's inside it. I just feel like, you know, like when you see these Hitmen and they open up the briefcase and all the gun parts are separate. I love that. Anyway, here we go. Oh, okay. Looks great. Let me feed that through that way first. Beautiful. I really liked the original design of the PlayStation VR, but when you kind of look at, it's one of those things that after a little while, the design does feel kind of just old-fashioned almost. And again, it's not any new technology. Like when I get a new phone, it's always the best phone I've ever had until I get the next one, and that one looks terrible by comparison. But this looks so good compared to the original one. It's not heavy at all, and I love the opticals. I actually kind of feel like, I don't know if you've ever played or watched the Cyberpunk series, but I feel like someone from Trauma Team on that. They've got those really cool helmets and the headsets. That's what this feels like. Now, of course, you've got a lot of functions, which I don't yet know the purpose of. Your power button, I believe that button is to enable you to see the room. So obviously if you've moved around a little bit and you're like, am I in the way? Have I moved into closer to the telly? You push that, you can see the room, nice and accessible. Not sure what that button's for. I'll find that out. And I think this is something to do with moving that ice pieces closer and backwards. I don't know. I'll find all this out. But it's really light. Like surprisingly light. I love it. It's great. Obviously you got for on your head. Oh, that feels a lot smoother than the other one. The last one felt like really struggling to get it over your head. There's a nice bit of giveaway in this one. The headpiece feels very comfortable, and so do these. These are very soft. Now I know some people have complained saying that it's a little bit rubbery looking, but you want something that's going to wipe clean. It does feel like it's something that could tear with prolonged use, but fingers crossed that's not going to be the case. Literally, it's about the only thing that feels cheap on it is this little bit around your eyes, but again, you want that comfort, so I understand why they've gone for that rather than a hard rubber pushing into your face at all times. So there we have it. With its controllers, it looks amazing, and I can't wait to try it out. And that's what we're going to do. Now, as you can see on the box, there's absolutely no game or anything put, advertised on it, because you can actually buy this headset with Horizon in Call of the Mountain. Now, I have bought the first Horizon game, and I played about an hour at most on that game. I've heard really good things about it, so I'm gonna have to move positions, guys. Ooh, that's better. I've heard really good things about them. Now, I myself have never really got into them, which is just one of the things. I don't like the games enough to pay an extra £40 on top of what's already an expensive piece of kit for a game that I don't really want. There's a couple other games that's cheaper than that I'd rather spend money on. However, Call of the Mountain does have a demo free. So we're going to trial the demo out now to get a feel for it. So obviously that's the one they're really pushing, that's the one that's really showing off what this piece of kit can do. So we're just going to do a little playthrough of the demo once I've set it up on the console and all that. And yeah, that's all there is to it. I'm hoping the pads will have enough charge. I'm assuming they're coming partially charged, and I can just, set off and go. We'll see. So we're going to play a little bit of Call of the Wild just to see what it's like, and maybe a bit of Star Wars Cantina just to see how it pans out. So let's set it up. Let's crack on. So first things first, before we get started, we're going to plug in the headset. Now, if I remember rightly, I see. So the headset plugs in physically there, but also connects at this side as well. So you've got a dual kind of thing to keep it nice and snug to the headset, so it's not going to pop out. Oh, there we go. And then when it's in, and then all you need to do to store your headphones out of the way if you're not using them is they pop into these little compartments on the side, and then they're out of the way. Boop, just like that. Nice. So here we go. So it's a very simple setup because it's just the one cable. Now, as you can see down here, the old PlayStation VR required you to plug a dozen different plugs in. Some go in the back, some go into the console, some go to the telly, some go to your headset, and then the camera as well. There's loads of setups for this. One cable, and I actually thought it went in the USB slot, new word, slot. But it actually goes into the C-type one, which is great because I never get to use this. So that just pops in there, and all I need to do is press the power button. Now, I want you guys to see as much as you can, so I'm just kind of sitting here. Once it's all set up properly, I will see our little red lights come on as well. I don't know if you can see it to show that it's plugged in. Once it's kind of like initial setup's gone, I'm going to sit down properly and set everything up, and we'll get to see how it all works. But let's hit that power button. Ooh, it vibrates. Very nice. I don't know if I need to be wearing it. Update. So here we're going to do update for this, and we're going to update the Wii controllers, which are over there. Is that it? Well, that was certainly easy enough. Right, let's get the controllers next. Another thing I really like about these controllers is that to just put them down, they just sit really nicely. I might invest in something like this for those as well, though. So let's see if this will. See, nothing's lighting up, so I don't know. So we're back. We've got the controllers charged a little bit, not fully. One last, and it's not a criticism, it's just an observation. It comes with only one charging cable, which makes sense. There's only one USB, normal USB, I don't know the proper term. I know the one that VR plugged into is USB-C. The normal USB one only comes I've only got one in the front of the console, which obviously the one you kind of use for charging. But you've got two pads you really use together. So I'm fair enough you're not sending two cables, but why not have one cable at full? You know, you can plug them in together. I know why. It's that they want you to buy the dual charging dock, which I may end up buying, but I shouldn't have to. It should be given that you're going to charge them at the same time, but that's by the by. So anyway, we're here. I've got the pads ready, but I think I'll need the dual sensor. So I don't know how it's going to work for recording for the setup screen. Obviously, you're kind of looking at me, not the telly. I'm hoping that as soon as I kind of get into that, I can start recording. I don't know. Time will tell. So I'm just going to put this headset on. Let's see how it feels, because we've not actually even tried it on yet. Ooh, that's nice and snug. Ah, that's what that's for. It's for making it closer or further. Let's, there we go, that feels all right. Okay, so the power button's at the front. Whereabouts in the front? Thought that was the power button. Oh, I can't see it. See, it's weird that I thought there was only 3 buttons, but I can only find 2. That's unusual. That is the power button. I am pushing the right button. Why ain't it turning on then? Ah, amateur. Oh, I love how that sits on your head though. Nothing yet. I am in complete and utter darkness. But that's quite good as well, because obviously before with the other PlayStation I could see around quite well. Not happening. That's all done. We're all set up. I don't think any of that recorded, so you're just going to have me going, whoa, which is a shame, but I'll show you some of them features in a bit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try Horizon Call of the Mountain. So eye tracking. I'm not moving any of it. You can see that I'm not moving the buttons because it tells you when I am. That is just me looking at each screen, and it knows exactly what I'm looking at. How cool is that? Now, one thing it won't let me do is it won't let me, when I go to, I don't know how it's going to affect my recording, but when I go to my room, it pauses the footage, so you'll never actually see what I see, but at any point I can click and I'll go to my room and make sure that I'm not going to hit anything. I can check on my phone that's recording. This is really cool. All right, again, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm not a huge Horizon fan. I don't dislike the games, don't get me wrong. Just never played them. I want to pay 60 quid on a game, well, 40 quid on a game I wasn't really sold on. So here we go. This is my first.
What are you doing?
This is my first look at
if the boat
VR.
goes over, it'll drown in these chains.
Oh,
So we
very blurry. I'm hoping that's how it's supposed to be. So good.
Where to?
Ah. Oh.
The only place you can go is Don's grasp, and that's where.
So,
That's where.
as you can see with my controller, when I'm not actually touching the button down, I'm literally just touching it slightly, and it knows.
There are machines out here.
So it turns on my grip.
Blameless Barad is giving you a chance.
I want that. Give me that.
We'll make it back to
The left. Right.
Stay still.
Jesus Christ, that's big.
We haven't come this far to get struck by lightning.
Hey.
What's that tonic doing?
Oh wow. Blowing out the sun and everything.
towards Don's grasp.
It's headed towards us.
Well, did you not? It's not like you can't see it. Wow! Now I just saw like the resolution. You know what? These earphones are actually really decent. Oh, the sense of scale is amazing. My hands aren't tied or anything. There's not nothing stopping me as far as I can tell getting out of this boat and just leaving.
We're not gonna make it.
We have to.
Badly.
I'm not dying for a shadow carjack.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, wow. It'd be cool if that was actually making me swim. But it's not. Doggy paddle. Where's the other guys? Are they dead? That's why I like standing up when I play VR normally, because I like to I like to be able to move around a little bit easier, but
I'll get to you.
how do I move? Hold square and X. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, right? Yeah, I was gonna save him anyway. Sod that guy.
Snap, look at me next. I've got to get off this dock.
Alright, the controls are weird. The thing is, I've got a stick. There we go. I can use my controls now to move. That's much better. Not that nonsense. I missed the tutorial.
Get off this dock.
You think? Alright, the movement's really nice and fluid though.
I'll go to Dawn's Grasp, see what Moran wants.
Feels like this just a little... This definitely looks miles better than it ever did on the first one. It's not as crisp as I thought it was going to be, but that's like a minor. The close-up details are definitely miles better. I literally feel like I'm just grazing my arm on this rock face.
Whoa. Looks like someone's target practice got interrupted. Finally, some good luck.
What's L2?
Okay. If this valley is filled with machines, at least now I can fight back. Will Moran really offer me a pardon if I get Dawn's Grasp? They're not gonna forgive the shadow of Edelman just like that.
Let's see how...
There must be a catch.
Oh, this is phenomenal. I'm glad I didn't bother getting this game, but I don't think it's something I could play the whole way through, just because, again, I'm not a huge fan. Although I might get in the future if it drops in price. Spider-Man! See, now this would be cool if I did have legs, to see them dangling over a giant ravine. Oh my god. Oh.
This looks like a refugee camp. What were they running from?
Okay, so me blowing doesn't actually do anything. Just moving it from my mouth. That's cool. I like that one. No, not you. You. Ah, let's pretend that worked. This is so good. I could have a lot of fun with this.
That should help. Felt that.
Oh. This is phenomenal.
Right in the eye.
Come on, show that big, beautiful red eye.
Time to hit its weak points. To now.
I hope I've got limited arrows, that's all I can say.
Hit in the eye. He's down. Dawn's Grasp should be close.
Oh, that's a lot of fire.
Dawn's Grasp. It's on fire.
You think? Oof. Oh,
I better get over there.
the
See
thumbstick.
if anyone's still alive.
No escape.
I just found out something. Why did you do that? Perfect. All right. That was phenomenal. Again, as things I'm not even picking up on, like literally just resting my thumb on the thumbstick, changed to the peace symbol and stuff like that. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. It looks phenomenal. Again, the eye tracking's great. I've got a couple of VR titles that I want to try out. Two that's going to definitely be coming to the channel in short succession is Resident Evil and I can't remember if it's Switchback or Switchblade. I think it's Switchback. But we're going to be playing some Resident Evil later today. I've got all green screen and everything set up. But this was our VR unboxing. That was just like a highlight playthrough. I'm not going to show the whole thing, I hope. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I figured I'd take this time to just talk to you a little bit about some of the cons that I have with the headset so far. And it's nothing to do with the actual headset itself. It's just to do with how it's been run. And that's probably the wrong term for it. But basically, the PlayStation VR is not backwards compatible, as far as I'm aware, with normal PlayStation VR games. Why that? That don't make sense. Now, when I got PlayStation 4, I was absolutely gutted that it wasn't backwards compatible with PlayStation 3 games. Then the PlayStation 5 came along and was backwards compatible with PlayStation 4 games. Obviously, they're not going to run as well as what a PlayStation 5 game would do. If I play Resident Evil 8, the PlayStation 4 version, on my PlayStation 5, it won't look as good as the PlayStation 5 version, which is still running on the same console. I understand that. So I know what they're saying is that the technology is better in the headset, but effectively it's still the same kind of controls. It's still, you know, circle and X and thumbs. Obviously the old Move controls didn't have thumbsticks. So I don't understand why they can't just make it backwards compatible. I know a lot of developers are trying to make sure that they are. No Man's Sky, I believe, is already updated, and also Resident Evil Village. Now we're going to be playing through Resident Evil Village again on the PlayStation VR. This isn't going to be a full playthrough because I've already played it on the channel. It's more just to see how things feel. But yeah, the backwards compatibility thing is a real bugbear of mine. So I'm currently not getting rid of the old PlayStation VR that I have just yet.